Hi guys, welcome to um another passion project video. Uh this project was like really after my life. But it was a very interesting project. I learned some stuff that was not necessary. But basically this is the project. The idea was okay, I was creating a email template one time, and you know the way you have to write CSS, then you have to inline it, then whatnot. Like, why can't I just write Tailwind classes and then have it so to inline it for me? You get? Well, that's what I did. That's what I did. So I did not find any tool online that did that. I built mine. So yeah, basically convert your Tailwind classes to inline CSS designs and implementation by me. Up. So this is the default you see when you come. You can see there's some default classes above media queries and whatnot. Then if you look at this template, if you look at this template here, you would see that it's Tailwind classes. Everything in this template are Tailwind classes, Tailwind classes, Tailwind classes. Then when you come here, you can just hit convert and get your converted whatnot. Now let me open CodePen. This CodePen does not have any Tailwind. If you check it, there's no Tailwind here. So let me show you an example. If I should paste this, I just pure Tailwind classes that are not inlined. This is how it will look like. CodePen. Yep, this is how it will look like without, if I just paste and like the Tailwind without converting them to inline styles. But if I come here and copy, Control A, Control C, and I paste this is how this would look like. Yes, this is the inlined version. As you can see, the styles. And you can go into the code and enable if you want your styles to have class, but the class should just remain there. So basically this inlines it. So inlines. Basically inlines your style. Basically what it says, you can check it up on GitHub, style it on GitHub. That's light and dark mode. So yeah, let's go into the code. This video was not meant to be long, so 3 minutes. So what inspired me, like this UI and this interface, I was inspired by these people. And if you have been following this passion project series, you realize most of the projects I built are actually paid products from other people's paid product, other companies' paid product. I just use 3 days to implement it and see how fast I can implement an MVP of what they currently have. It might not be as good, but it works. So yeah, this is their current products. Where like the inspiration I used for the UI. I changed certain things. I don't know how much the pricing for this product is. Oh, pricing plan. Okay, so basically this is planning for these people. Nice stuff. Nice stuff. I don't know how long it took them to build, but well. That's enough. That's enough. For this project, I used a lot. Like I was literally pulling out my hair to figure out a lot of stuff. So let's just go into the code. Basically, it's the normal code structure for my passion project. Index, the router. This is the home page that you are looking at with the gradients, and then we have the editor. The editor has the top bar and the main content. This is the top bar here. This tailwind and these are the top bar basically. Then that's the main content. This is the main content. If we should enter into main, would see Okay. If we should enter into main, let me zoom in so that you guys can see. So if you should enter into main, you would see the main body, then the iframe and the main editor. The main editor is this two editor here. Then the iframe is this iframe body here. Yep. So the iframe is very self-explanatory. We are using split.js to create this split effect, which you can do this and do this. So that's split.js. Use storage for if you reload this page, you would get your content. To save the code you're editing to local storage, we are using view use core for styling Tailwind, obviously. So low and view of what's happening. Every time you type here, this is going to be blinking. We are using Monaco editor, Monaco editor from Microsoft. So every time you type there, you listen to if the content change, and if the content change, we update it. We'll go into that in a bit. So in this place, we have the iframe that is being generated. If you check generate iframe, all this does is collect a string of the values you type in here. Then it creates like an HTML body CSS for it and inserts it into the iframe source doc. And this is how we get our iframe and this previewer. Then initials to get the initial values when you just initialize the application types. Then we have the converter. The converter is the function that is triggered when you click this convert button. When you click this, you would see okay, this is what happens when you click that. I should explain my thought process, because when I first started, I don't want to think about it, but I had to like take this HTML styles, extract all the classes from within them, all the unique classes from within them, then generate from the classes, Tailwind classes, and I generated like a style sheet. I think I will release a package to generate style sheets from Tailwind classes. So like it reads your HTML file and generates style sheet. I'll probably release a package, an open source package or an npm package when I have time. Right now, I'm done. I just do this and get it over with and move on to something else. So this package, as I was saying, okay, so this is how this conversion works. So, as I was saying, I said before that I was going through the document, getting the classes, converting these classes to a style sheet, then inserting the style sheet and taking that style sheet and inlining them using something like CSS-inliner, which I had to like clone the code and extract the function that did that. But that was problematic, given that the function that generated style sheets was not using Tailwind CDN. There's this package called Tailwind just in time. If you check the credits, I added credits to this repo, so all the people's repo or code base I used as inspiration. So there's a CDN link called Tailwind just in time. It is not responsive. Don't think about it being responsive. So there's a package called Tailwind JIT just in time. But the way that works is that it reads the style of your DOM elements, which was not possible because this was just a string. It needed an actual DOM, and an iframe would be a perfect place to do that. So what I did was I allowed you like mount everything and use Tailwind, and well, it worked. I inserted if you check style generator, converter, not this, it's the editor. Nope, not editor either. If you check, I'm looking for the function that did that. Yeah, I think it used to be here. Yeah, it used to be here, but I've removed it. So what I did here was let this mount. Then when it now comes to this function, this convert function, all it did was get the iframe, this iframe, get the content of this iframe, then gets the HTML of the content because I did not want the DOM. The DOM itself returns a DOM object. With that DOM object, I extract query selector .html. Then this HTML passes it to inline, which takes everything there and inlines it, basically converting it to this, and then I input it to the CSS update CSS updater, but because this used to be a CSS editor, but I now input it into this editor here, updates converted HTML. Actually, I will update the lingo very soon. So yeah, that's that. That was basically what I did. But before I came to this conclusion, it took me like 2 days of try and error and various methods because I didn't really want to do this. But this was like the best approach and it worked. So yeah, we have already gotten to 10 minutes. I did not want this to be long. So if you want to, this by yeah, this is one of my most taxing projects. It helped me learn a lot, and yes, I'll probably move on to something else. As I said, all my passion projects are all MVPs of actual companies that exist. That I was like, yeah, I'll build your MVP in 3 days. So that's basically what I did. When did I start? What's today? I think Wednesday was when I started this. I'm not really sure. But I'm done. There was a lot of tears and screaming and pulling out of air, but we did it. And you can check it out. Links will be in the description. Like, comment, everything you want to do. Come here and use it if you want. And that's all. That's all. Bye guys.